Welcome back to the channel, Ikazo Garden Traveler, and in today's episode, we're going to be going over the Water Element Leader, Shao. Now, Shao was released in the alpha phase of the TCG along with the Lightning Leader, Ryzen. Now, there is lore called the Sisters. Recommend going to the Azuki website, looking that up. Incredibly fun, incredibly awesome. Had to give a plug to that. Now, Shao is a water element leader. It's currently the only one we have that has been officially released now. Recently, the creators did drop a video of the 4 new leaders coming out, one per each element. We'll be touching on those leaders in a separate video, but currently what we have is Shao as the water leader. Now, it's a once per turn response leader. You tap one Ikazo, reduce a leader's or an entity's attack by 1 until the end of the turn. Now, this is a leader that I main. It's one that I enjoy playing and having built. Now, the main reason why I do love this leader so much is because of the Hydromancy Gate. Now, the Hydromancy Gate's ability is that you can portal an untapped entity from the alley into the garden. Then you may untap Ikazo equal or up to the gate power of the portaled card. An incredibly powerful gate in the game thus far. Being able to untap Ikazo to either A, get a wider board, have untapped Ikazo to then use Shao's ability as a response to an attack either on your leader or one of your entities on the board, so you're protecting them, or just having it untapped for another spell, or like I said, a response using Water Orb or something of that effect is unbelievable. Being able to get a 2-for-1, in my opinion, is very strong. Now, what I'm sharing on my screen right now with you all is my personal current deck build. Now, I have 2 other builds I'll touch on. One is very weapon heavy, and 2 is very Mizuki heavy. I only run 2 Mizuki. I'll touch on her in a little bit. So, the main thing about my deck is that I only carry 4 weapon, so it's not as heavy as the other build I'll show you, but it's a good hybrid in which I tried to build this deck in order to have every entity has a gate power. I want to be able to play an entity on board, portal it up to the garden, get Ikazo untapped, to trigger Shao's effect if I want to use it during the swing on my opponent's turn, or B, get wider, use a spell card. I want to have options, so I believe roughly outside the spell cards, 90% of it has some sort of gate power. Now, the main card I want to bring attention to that I believe all Shao decks should have is Midnight Courier. Now, Midnight Courier doesn't have an effect, but why I love it so much is that it's a 3-cost, 2 gate power. What does that mean? It means once I tap 3 Ikazo, portal it up, I'm getting 2 Ikazo back. Okay, so it's technically playing itself for 1. Now, I like to partner it with the Red Beam. Being able to get 2 Ikazo back, like I said, via the gate effect, get 2 back, drop 1, give it charge, swing into leader, or even an entity if I wanted to. Very great combo. Also love playing it with Young Shao. Young Shao is a 4-cost, 2 gate power, meaning 2 back up. And then if I have 2 or more on board, unbelievable. It's going to have +1 attack. It's going to have +1 health. Swinging hard, swinging 3 again, either to an entity or a leader. Very strong, good to have. So this is my build. I do carry, as you'll see in a consistency, a lot of 1-cost spells. Again, using the gate, getting that Ikazo untapped, being able to drop a searcher, look for my next move, start thinking ahead, being able to give any entity rush if I need to, that's a 4-cost or less. Or charge, excuse me, for my lingo there, or even healing flutter, right? Going low on life, drop a 1-cost healing flutter, get 2 health back. Unbelievable combo. Now, I will say, I believe the only one I don't have gate power is Serene Fist Misaki. I play Misaki solely because of the Mizuki combo with her. Mizuki, we'll touch on it now, is a 5-cost, 2 gate power, playing for 3 technically. Look at the top 3 of your cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 water card with a cost of 2 or less, add it to your hand, bottom deck the rest in any order. But then you can then play that 2-cost water element entity in your alley. This is an incredible combo. It's a 2-for-1, meaning I'm dropping Azuki. Again, we're going to be able, if you find one, to play a 2-cost in your alley. Very, very strong. Portal Mizuki up into the garden. Get that 2 down untapped. Healing Flutter. Maybe search for your next one, or maybe just keep the 2 up. Maybe you want to be able to Water Orb as a response along with Shao. Keep that defense up. It's unbelievable. I'm a big fan of Mizuki, but again, I'm only running 2 of. Now, I believe this is a good transition into the Mizuki heavy deck build that I currently have for you guys, which runs 4 Mizuki. So with Mizuki's effect, it's really imperative you have 2 costs or less in your deck. It's just a very good combo to have. So I'm running a lot of these 2 costs here. Mirage Frog, I think, is still a 4 of in any deck. 4 Crab, very much a must-have in any of the Shaos. It's a good defender. So a defender, for those that don't know, if this card is in your garden, you may tap it to redirect any attack to this card. Meaning, any swing, you can just say, "Hey, I'm gonna defend it, take it." Depending, it's only a 1-cost health anyway, so it's pretty much gonna die. But it's removing any swing onto your leader. Great to have 4 of. The only thing I'll say about this build that I'm technically really not a fan of is that these 2 costs, many of them don't have a gate power, as you'll see here with Benzai the Merchant, or even Bubble Adept. I mean, it's really 0 gate power. You're pretty much playing it in your garden straight just because you're not getting anything back. So it really isn't using the gate, Hydromancy Gate's ability to its full extent. It's really playing to the, like I said, the Mizuki on play. It's really just playing into that, being able to find a way to get wide. I touched on it earlier. I believe Midnight Courier should be in any deck, but like I was just saying, Mizuki is just a very good card in general. I don't particularly play this build. I see other players have played this build, but it's one that I think it's worth mentioning. Now, the last one I'll mention here, again, a build I'm not particularly a fan of, but I saw some players dabbling into when it comes to Shao builds, is a very weapon heavy deck. The only weapon heavy leader we have is Ryzen, ironically the sister of Shao, as part of the lore, but they incorporated that build into Shao. Now, again, try to get the gate power. I believe you really need to have your gate power. So really, 4 young Shao, 4 Midnight Couriers, maybe I would say look into a Rooftop Hunter, in which get some charge, you get that gate power back. So it'll be good to partner with some weapons so you can get some strong swings. So maybe remove Celis of the Shore. Really don't need that in this one, so I would say actually remove that, get some charge. I have 4 Ray here, and I say it because it's just a cheap 1-cost 2 health entity that you can get on board for really nothing. Equip it with a weapon, take some damage, and then swing at leader, to your opponent's leader. Now, I don't know if it's worth running 3 torrents. Might be worth dropping that. Have some healing flutter to have maybe a 4 of, so that when you're taking damage for trying to use a weapon, you can then heal yourself back. To that same effect, I am running 4 penny on this one. I think a defender, cheap defenders to get on board, because you're just taking hits, right? Using a weapon might be worth having a cheap defender, so that when they start swinging into you, you can have a blocker, block it. Again, swing heavy. This one feels a little bit aggressive in its own way. So having, again, some blockers so that you can essentially get your opponent's life to 0 quicker is the way to go. This is not my number 1 choice. Like I said, my build is very much a hybrid between Mizuki and the weapon build, trying to get the best of both worlds. You will see I am running in my build, bringing it back here, 3 Zealous of the Shore. I believe having that 1 draw mechanic is really nice, which is why I am running 2 of the Torrent and then 1 of Shao's Perseverance. I believe that kickback along with Mirage Frog, really cheap. It's pretty much a 1 cost, 2 cost, 1 gate power, restand that Ikazo is really powerful. Being able to tap it, and it's a 3 health, really sticky, Zealous of the Sword, unbelievably sticky with that Shao ability to just tap 1 Ikazo, -1 attack. It's not really going anywhere anytime fast. Having that on board, tapping, getting that draw mechanic, because you are trying to get wide, right? You're untapping Ikazo. Maybe you can get another cheap entity on board as you continue to swing into your opponent's leader. Is good to have. So this is my build around Shao. Now, I don't have any gameplay for you guys, but I do plan on getting more gameplay for you in the future, showing my build, maybe looking at the weapon heavy build, maybe looking at more Mizuki. I will say before we finish up here, I am running 1 of Rin in all 3 builds I showed you guys today. I believe she's a good to have, especially late game. Being able to return essentially any entity, not cost restrictive, back to their hand, hitting a heavy reset, unless you're playing Bobu, which has the God mode. Being able to reset that, swing for 7, it's going to do damage. It's a very late game. I'm not running more than 1. I don't believe in that, at least for Shao currently. But again, 2 gate power. Get that 2 restand, have it saved for a water orb, could be very valuable. Now this is my deck build for Shao. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What should be added, what should be removed, what are your thoughts on the leader and the leader moving forward as it pertains to the meta. If you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll be coming with more content in the future on all the leaders, Ryzen, Zero, Bobu, and the 4 new release leaders that recently just came out. Look forward to talking those leaders and those 4 new gates we'll be able to play with Shao, and maybe offers more than Hydromancy to be seen. Until then, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below. I'm the Garden Traveler. We'll see you in the next